All right, the bracket is out. Here are your 1 seeds. Gonzaga's your overall number 1 seed. They were a 1 seed last year. Last year they came in undefeated, went all the way to the national championship game where they lost to Baylor, who was back as a 1 seed. Now, a little different this year for Baylor, because if you look at Baylor, remember, no team has ever won the national championship losing the opening round of their conference tournament. They will try to break that streak. Auburn also on that list. Illinois on that list as well. Kansas, who really looked impressive beating Texas Tech in the Big 12 final, and you're starting to think maybe they're getting healthy and hot at the right time. And then Arizona, who, that was a great basketball game when they played UCLA. It was fun. It was exciting. They're up and down. Maybe an injury concern or two with Zona, but we'll see about Arizona, who last time they were a number 1 seed was in 2014. All right, everybody's back in the pool. Akeem Dermish, Tim Doyle, Matt Norlander. We look at these number 1 seeds. I'll start with you here, Tim. It kind of looks like they said, all right, we know about the 3. The 4th one's going to be Baylor, but they didn't make it easy on Baylor, putting Kentucky, Purdue, and UCLA as the 2, 3, 4. When you look at the number 1s overall, what's your just sort of overall reaction to that?
I love where Arizona got their draw.
Yeah.
I know that you were very high on them when we were talking about it in the commercial, but
my squad.
You know, I think Villanova could run into Loyola Chicago in the second round. And Villanova is basically a better version of Loyola Chicago. They both play the same way. Like, don't make mistakes. Don't shoot themselves in the foot. Play half court. Like, that's going to come down to, like, who makes a play down the stretch. Matt has Loyola Chicago favorite. That's going to be an interesting line.
Sure.
You think they're going to be favored over Ohio State?
It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. I'll say right now it's going to be 1.5 points. Maybe 2. Yeah, guaranteed.
Missouri Valley, what are they last 10 years in the tournament first round? 12-1. You just blindly have to pick them. How could you go against them?
You can't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, that's one of those 10-7 matchups. That matchup has had more upsets since 1985 than any other seed, 57 times.
It's not really.
I'm just saying.
But seed-wise, we start 11-6 and we work
right.
down. But statistically, I know what you're saying.
Right.
But real ones, no. 11-6 is where it starts.
10-7 still. It's still an upset.
But you watched Arizona last night and you were blown away.
Oh, I was so impressed. I mean, they're so athletic. They're so long. They're so good on defense. And even when they got down and UCLA was really shooting the ball well and Jaime Jaquez is making tough shots, they shrugged their shoulders and they said, no problem. We know the hurricane is coming at some point in time. And when it did, Ben Mathurin and company and Coloco on defense, I don't know. You got to do something better than they do. And I'm not sure what that's going to be and by whom.
I love the hurricane analogy. I think they have the biggest offensive hurricane out there. Is there another team that could hit you that many points? Maybe Gonzaga?
Purdue and Gonzaga. And Iowa's actually now number 2 in offensive points per possession. By the way, how great is this? How great is this night? Feel this.
But can Iowa do it 6
amazing.
times?
It's amazing. Here's what I want to bring up on the 1 seeds, though. When I look at this bracket here, and I look around at how each of these ones are filtering out, I got to say, it feels like Kansas has the easiest working point. Now, it's got the toughest 5 in Iowa, but you got an Auburn team that's been up and down and been rickety away from home. On the 3 is a Wisconsin team that is way low in predictive metrics. It's not like if you're on a 3 line, it should say, okay, that equates to top 12 team. Guess what? Wisconsin doesn't rank in the top 30 of some mainstream predictive metrics. Then you've got a workable 8-9 game for Kansas to get out of there. Providence and Wisconsin being in that region, Providence and Wisconsin rate high in Ken Palm's luck rating, meaning they played really well in close games, and doing that over a long period of time is very hard to sustain. So for the 1 seeds that I think have the best path to get to the Final Four, I think that Kansas is most likely to have the least path of resistance, which isn't to say that the other 3 can't or won't get there, or they might not get breaks. I just think when you look at the bracket, Kansas is in the Midwest. Iowa is a tricky one in the Sweet 16 if we do get KU versus Iowa. But elsewhere there, LSU's the 6. I don't know. To me, the Midwest shapes up best. I'm just talking purely from the 1 seeds. And then if I want to go to the other side of it, guys.
Print the shirts in the West, Gonzaga. Just print the shirts already. Take it out and print the shirts. Gonzaga is coming out of the West.
Can I just point something out? Gonzaga lost 3 games. St. Mary's, Duke, Alabama. Who's in that region? Duke and Alabama.
Good by you.
I'm just saying.
And arguably the game of the season.
Now, they wouldn't have to play both of them.
No,
right.
But they're there.
They might get one of the other.
You're right.
Game of the season was Gonzaga, Duke, and Vegas. By the way, if Duke is still in this thing second weekend, I will be out there covering Duke for CBS Sports HQ. And Gonzaga Duke in a regional final would be, it would be phenomenal. Gonzaga probably has the toughest. Arkansas is at 4. That's a tough one. Texas Tech. I do think Gonzaga, as I'm looking at it in real time, this is the glory and fun of it. I do think Gonzaga probably narrowly has the toughest road over Baylor. I think because Baylor could get. We could get
Baylor's road is brutal.
I think Baylor's got that.
Brutal. They got
I don't know,
UCLA.
guys.
Now, you don't have to play Kentucky and Purdue. They'd have to play each other. But you get to the Sweet 16, you might be staring on the barrel of UCLA and the Purdue-Kentucky winner. Good luck.
There's a lot of really, really good stuff here. I mean, Arizona on the one line. In the South right now, it could get on the bottom half of that, it's got Tennessee. They played each other already this season, right? And then we know Arizona, Illinois over the years have played some great ones, including in the tournament there. Arizona versus Illinois, they played each other this year on December 11th. Arizona won on the road 83-79. So you could have the Wildcats getting rematches against very good teams. I got to be honest, to me, it's Kansas by far among the 1 seeds with the least path of resistance as it shapes up right now.
All right, so you like Kansas. All right, Timmy, go. Give me the team that's going to say to the committee, why are you mad at me? And give me the team that says,
what do you mean?
Like what'd you do to me? What did I do to you? What like that kind of. You look and you go, I felt like if you're the coach, I deserved a better road than I got. You know, why you guys? You don't want me there? Like they made it hard for him.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I like Tennessee. I thought that they were my pick in the SEC conference tournament. They've been defending at an extremely high level. They've had revenge wins over Kentucky that embarrassed them. They come back and beat them twice. Arkansas had embarrassed them. They come back, and then they hold all their opponents in the SEC conference tournament to 62 or under. And Texas A&M scored 50 points, and they get a 3. And you look at this region, I think style of play favors Arizona because Arizona wants to play fast. They want to score 90 points. You know who can't score 90 points? The 5 seed Houston. Maybe Illinois can creep up there. Colorado State's defense, Tennessee's defense, Loyola's defense, Villanova's defense. Like, so much of those teams' identities is more on the defensive end. And Arizona's like, hey, we're going to score 85. You better score 86. I like them a lot out of that region.
There's only been one time we've had all 4 number 1 seeds make it to the Final Four, 2008.
I was there, San Antonio. It's great.
Kansas.
I mean, you talk about
Kansas beat Memphis.
And you had Kansas play in
Derrick
the Roy
Rose,
Williams
Mario
game.
Chalmers.
They got a huge lead. Carolina came roaring back. You had Chris Douglas Roberts run out of gas in the national championship game. You had Derrick Rose. You had Russell Westbrook. You had Kevin Love. I mean, you had star power in the building. And when you had all 4 different colors and all 4 different corners and the 1 seeds, it was terrific. It was unbelievable.
Don't think we're going to get it this year?
No shot.
No shot.
I mean, our social team can clip this, and if I'm wrong, you just roast me forever. But I have maintained this the entire season, fellas. There are more good teams on the 2 line, the 3 line. You look at the 4s. Illinois, capable of winning the national championship, in my opinion. Arkansas, I'd put pretty close there. UCLA, capable of winning the national championship. And then Providence, I don't know if they have enough, but we normally don't see the 2, 3, 4 line this deep. We're not getting all 4 1 seeds to the Final Four. And I would be
Anybody
surprised if
outside
it's
the
3.
4 line you think could win 6?
No, the only one that conceivably could do it would be Iowa, and I don't think Iowa has enough, but that's your only one outside the top 4.
Timmy, we've had it, 4 times 4 or deeper has won. 5 times. 4 times anywhere off the 4 line is won. 2 6s, a 7, and an 8. Anybody outside the top 4, can they win?
I'll give you a team that when I say it, you're going to go, yeah, but they could lose first round. How about Alabama? When they put it all together, beat Gonzaga, beat Houston, and I mean limped to the finish line, and you don't know what you're going to get from them. Jaden Shackelford is an outstanding talent. I watched him opening night against Louisiana Tech, who I thought was a pretty solid team. They made it to the final of Conference USA. They beat them by 100 in that game.
9 teams from the Big Ten. 9 teams. We'll see if they're still standing after round 1 of the
9
NCAA
days.
tournament.
Ferris missed
9 times.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.